Hi, it's time for Street Talk, your voice and your views on the issues in the news. It's been 7 years since they last talked, but the Palestinians and Israelis have finally returned to the negotiating table. And as if to underscore how difficult the road ahead will be, Israel launched a major raid into Gaza. The talks were denounced by Hamas, but King Abdullah of Jordan said grievances have to be faced. Speaking to the European Parliament, he was optimistic that a real chance for peace in the Middle East now exists. He says that will impact other issues.
Aggressive forces will no longer be able to exploit the Palestinian cause to serve their own ambitions and interests.
Amar in Mauritania doesn't believe peace will curb the rise of Islamic fundamentalism. It's going to bitterly fail. This agreement is not even attempting to address that crucial issue of the nurturing environments for so-called Islamic fundamentalism. Jonathan in Melbourne was a little more optimistic. I think a peace agreement would help a lot to reduce one of the main reasons for fundamentalism, but I cannot think of any agreement where all parties will be even close to being satisfied and happy. Horst in Canada put more responsibility on the Israelis. Any pending peace agreements will never stop the rise of Islamic fundamentalism and resistance in the area, as long as Israel actively expands Jewish-only settlements and incursions into the Palestinian territories. Now to the Balkans. Some Serb families are moving back to their old neighborhoods in Kosovo, which has an Albanian majority. Many Serbs fled the 1999 conflict, but as they return, tensions are heating up again. Kosovo leaders announced this week that they plan to consult with their big backers, the European Union and the United States, to declare independence from Serbia early next year. But Serbia said it will demand an International Court of Justice ruling on a Western plan to recognize Kosovo as a state if the province declares independence. David Breedy in the United Kingdom doesn't understand the dispute. The Kosovars should have independence if they want it. Ideally, every nation should be independent. Paula in the United Kingdom is not so independently minded. I don't think Kosovo is viable as an independent country. The supervised independence that the Albanian population has agreed to, which makes NATO their internal security force, is neither sensible nor sustainable. John in Scotland disagrees. A geographical area where there is no or little tension is a better place than one where the people are at loggerheads. Now, the last bag of pearls belonging to the last Queen of France went on auction at Christie's in London this week. The extravagant Marie Antoinette gave them to Lady Sutherland a year before her death, hoping she would survive and have a nest egg for her retirement. Christie's thought the necklaces would be snapped up by a wealthy commoner hungry for a slice of royal history. Unfortunately, the pearls went unsold. Perhaps they wanted cake. Do keep sending in your questions and comments and point us to anything interesting or amusing for Street Talk. Remember, what you see here isn't necessarily the view of Al Jazeera. Some of the content has been edited, but for time and space reasons only. And that's the talk on the street.